Hey, what is going on, guys? Inferno LH here, and today welcome back to another r/Terraria video where I recap the top posts from the past week. The difference is just huge. Firecracker, I inflict burning flames and explosions while nearly tripling the DPS of most minions. Cool Whip, I am cold and summon a snowflake that deals 15 damage to help. Yeah. I don't really go summoner that much, so I don't have too much to say about these because I barely even use them, but fire weapons just seem so much better than ice weapons, but I guess that does kind of vary sometimes depending on what weapons. What did Red mean by this? The corrupt goldfish does 30 damage, the vicious goldfish 31? Yeah, that is kind of weird. I never realized that was a thing. Why would that be a thing? One does one more damage than the other? I wonder if that was intentional. Well, it's in the name. They are more vicious. Yeah, I guess you're right. If you are enjoying this video so far, could you please like and subscribe to my channel? I would really appreciate it. I will also leave the link to my Discord server in the description of this video if you want to go ahead and join that. But anyways, let's get straight back to the posts. Buffs, huh? Me fighting a boss in my Get Fixed Boy world. It got the Red's potion. It'll just, in Get Fixed Boy worlds, or for the worthy, it'll actually give you buffs. And then this guy got these buffs, which it'll give you 3 buffs, and I'm pretty sure they're completely random each time. And he's getting the mining buff, which increases your mining speed. I think that's like, that other one is a resistance to like blinding or something. I'm not sure what the one with the arrow is and the exclamation mark. That one's a little weird, but I mean, yeah, these are completely useless when you're trying to fight a boss. Adam Sandler's 8 Terrible Nights. Oh, this is some pretty this is some great fan art right here. He's throwing the boulder. I mean, there's probably some references I'm not getting. This is based off of a movie that I've never seen before, so let me know more in the comments about this. Seasonal Dryads. Oh wow, actually, that is a very cool idea. That's actually great. I would really love to see this in the game. It would make sense. I mean, just imagine whatever time of year it is for you, you get that version of the Dryad. That'd be cool. It's like a minor difference, but yeah, I'm all for this. Creating a new world be like Crimson or Corruption. Yeah, and then there's random at the tiny button. I almost missed it. I always go for Crimson. I just always do. I've said this multiple times, but Crimson has just been my go-to. Even though I do like the Worm Scar from the Corruption, I just can't pass up Crimson because I've had Crimson in my first world that I ever created and I've just stuck with it ever since. When you finally convince your friend to buy Terraria, but the other friend just gives him all the endgame gear. Okay, what now what? Yeah, I see this happen all the time. This didn't happen to me, luckily. I played through the game normally multiple times, but I see so many people online or even just by their friends will give them a bunch of OP gear even though it's their first time playing. And it just kind of ruins the whole experience of the game. It really does. I mean, it's cool and all to have max gear, but it just kind of ruins it. And that's kind of, I have my own all items worlds that I share on YouTube for people to download. And it has its ups and downs, like it could ruin people's experience like this. Like, if it's their first time playing and they get max gear, it'll just kind of ruin it for them. Is this counting as cheat? Fulbright 50%. I mean, like cheating in Terraria, it's not really a thing. I mean, I guess so. This is you could technically consider this a cheat because it just gives you full brightness of the full screen. I mean, you could just literally just grab some Spelunker potions instead. But you could really play the game however you would like to because, well, it is single player after all. So cheating isn't really a big deal in this game. We live, we love, we lie. What? You know, I don't get this. I don't get this thing. This Smurf cat thing. This meme has been going around online. And I don't understand it. I don't know the origins of it. But I see it. I don't even know. Is this normal? Water chest spawned in the jungle while also being in a puddle. Yes, actually, this is completely normal. While it is kind of rare, to see a water chest spawn in a tiny puddle like this. It is definitely possible, and I've seen it happen multiple times. Heck, I've even seen water chests that weren't even in water. Like, there was water nearby, but none where it spawned at. But yeah, it's completely normal. I don't know why. There's so many people who post on this subreddit about things like asking if this is normal or whatnot, and they get so many upvotes. I don't know why. There's nothing we can do. The world is 99% corrupt. What will we do? Okay. The Contaminator will not be sold in the Dig Up seed or Get Fixed Boy seed. That's a thing? I didn't know that. Huh. I did not know that. That's interesting. I wonder why. Probably just to add an extra challenge to it, but... Well, I guess... If your world is that corrupt, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it anymore. Your world's just gone. I wonder if you could get purification powder, though. Probably not, but maybe. Even if you can, that's gonna be such a pain to clear out the whole world with that. Bro, the last prism sucks. It only lasts like 4 seconds. Wait, I forgot about the mana flower. I wonder if that helped. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is, although... While it does look super OP, and it still is actually pretty great, the Mana Flower does give you a debuff, so it will lower your damage by a little bit, but it is definitely worth using, especially if you're going for something like a last prism build. My brother blew up the desert, so I fixed it and made it better. Ooh, that is nice. I like how simple and good looking this is. I mean, you wouldn't want to make this super extra because it's just a regular biome generation. I say that and then someone will probably do it and make it look amazing, but this looks great, honestly. If your brother blew up the desert, but you probably would not have built something like this if he didn't. So I guess in a way, he kind of helped, I guess. Can someone please tell me what this block is? That right that's the Palladium column, or one of the column blocks. I've used those a few different times in building. They're actually pretty cool and unique. I don't see them used that much, but yeah, they're good in like different kind of stone builds like this. Make them look more jagged. But yeah, they're pretty useful to build. How come the housing to the left is valid, but not the one to the right? I'm so confused. Huh, that is kind of strange, because those look very identical. I think it's because a town slime lives there. While a town slime and an NPC can live together, they need bigger spaces, so just unhouse the slime and put in the NPC you want in there, and you should be good to go. But, huh, that is very interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. I knew town slimes and NPCs could be together in the same room, but I didn't realize that they had much larger housing requirements for them to both be in the same room. So that's pretty interesting. Good to know. Who could have thought that building in 3D in a 2D game would be hard? Yeah, that makes sense for it to be very difficult, but you did a decent job on this. While it doesn't look as good as some of the other builds I've seen, this is a great start. I mean, if you keep practicing and building like this, and maybe even look up some other techniques that other people use, I'm sure you'll get way better at it. But yeah, this looks pretty nice. Just pixels and blocks. I told my girlfriend about Terraria and Stardew, hoping we might be able to play one or the other. Then she got around to actually seeing them when I sorted Steam for her, and she doesn't want to play them as they're just pixels and blocks, and not pretty. I'm a little disheartened, not sure how to go about it now. That's... If I was in this dude's position, I'd be pretty, like, mildly infuriating. I mean, yeah, the graphics, while it's not super realistic graphics, they're intended to look like this. And in my opinion, the graphics look great. I quite like this design, and I know that's not really for everything, but I feel like this person could at least give the game a shot, because, well, you know. Such a simple potion idea that I don't know why it's not in the game. The frog potion will increase your jump height and speed. This is actually not a bad potion idea. I would actually like to see this one added into the game. Wow, over the course of like the past few weeks of all these videos I've made on this subreddit, there's a lot of potion suggestions, like people creating their own potion ideas. A lot of them, I gotta say, aren't very great, but this might be one of the best ones that I've seen. Terraria's least obvious dead man's chest. Yeah. Why do all the dead man's chests have to be so obvious? Like, I honestly kind of wish that they were more hidden. Like, the traps on all of the dead man's chests are so obvious. Every time I spot one, I know it's a dead man's chest. That, like, there's two reasons I know. Because you can easily see all the traps around the whole thing. That, and also, gold chests don't just spawn out in the open anymore. That used to be a thing in older updates, but gold chests don't just spawn in caves anymore. They only spawn in, like, the underground houses or mine shafts, whatever you call those houses. So, it's just so obvious. But I guess to maybe some newer players, it might trick them. Gotta go farm some Mortons for the Broken Hero Sword. What do you mean by Morton? I don't know. The annual solar eclipse path on October 14th. Yeah, that's when it goes through Ohio, but it's pretty cool. Another solar eclipse happening in real life, and in Terraria, solar eclipses happen a lot more often. Somehow, I don't really know how it happens so often in the game, but just, yeah, I'm just imagining out in Ohio, this is what it's gonna be like. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, could you please like and subscribe to my channel? I would really appreciate it. I will also leave the link to my Discord server in the description of this video if you want to go ahead and join that. But one more thing, I just want to say I just recently added memberships to my channel. So if you want to subscribe to that, there are multiple different perks, one of them being that your name will show up at the end of the video if you buy one of the higher end tiers. So this guy here is subscribed to one of the higher end tiers, so thank you for subscribing to the memberships on my channel. If you want to do so, just tap the join button next to the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you do that, but you don't have to. But anyways, that is going to be it, and goodbye.